Hello, Colonial families. The purpose of this screencast today is to show you an example format for how to navigate around our student science pages and coursework in the upcoming weeks ahead. So today, I'm welcoming you to join me on a short tour of the way science instruction may be designed within our Schoology learning platform in Colonial. We're all working toward a common goal to maintain academic instruction, keep lines of communication open, and to feel valued and listened to during a time that is uncertain and new for all of us, young and old. So through this screencast, I hope that you can get some information about how to access resources, understand how instruction might take place, and a bit about what to expect to see in your child's science Schoology class. As you can see, I've made a sample class with a format that you might see in your own child's coursework. In this first document, I have placed an example letter addressed to parents and families and students with my Zoom meeting times and communication access links. Zoom meeting is a way for teachers to keep in touch with students and establish class community even outside the walls of a brick and mortar classroom. And as you can see in the document, I have embedded my Zoom meeting times and links for your reference, and an extra resource information document here that you might find helpful with whole district information, as well as class times and schedules for all content areas and grade levels. That might be a little extra for you though. After the home letter, some teachers may post a new welcome message or a morning meeting folder in their science class. And this is what this orange folder is. It's a welcome, norms, and information about the lesson today. Some teachers may post a new welcome message every day or a morning meeting folder in their science class. And Responsive Classroom is a program that we have incorporated into our classes to foster socio-emotional learning. And even if we don't meet within the constraints of brick and mortar walls, all our emotional and social needs are very important in our distance learning community. So in that folder, you may see some fun links to games, student discussion, or brain break activities. They also might put instructions for the day ahead in that folder. So since science instruction takes place on Tuesdays and Thursdays of the academic week, folders are labeled for each day for students to use for actual learning time. We begin our instruction with this yellow folder here, and that folder contains something called a science phenomena or a hook. And a phenomena is a hook or a way to spark student interest and get them to ask questions or make observations. So an example of a science phenomena for week 1 would be students click on a link and they use these guiding questions. How are hot water and cold water different? What do you know about the particles in each? What is your evidence? They use those guiding questions to help them find some context for this video. You have to make some observations about peppermints put in cold water, warm water, and hot water. See what happens. And from their observations from the phenomena of the lesson, those observations are used to drive further instruction. So also in the Schoology folder, you might see some experimentation to get more evidence. Experiments through distance learning might be in the form of a simulation or another video to watch, or even an opportunity for students to conduct their own safe experiment at home. Here's an example of a simulation where students click on a link and they go through an interactive multimedia session to gather more evidence about that initial phenomena. It's an opportunity for them to do a little inquiry, discovery learning. So after that science folder for Tuesday, the second part of the week instruction-wise is on Thursday. And Thursday, sweater is showing information about getting more information, more text evidence to go back to the original phenomena. Students might be asked to practice and refine reading comprehension as they access a text related to the original phenomena. And science understanding is based on layers of previous experiments. So text evidence as they learn more about the thing that they're studying here. And finally, on Thursday of the instructional week, students will review and finalize their understanding to show what they now learned about the phenomena. If you see a document such as this, a student can type on the document. Here's an example. And if they need to be able to type on it, they, instead of typing on it, sometimes they're blocked. They go to File, make a copy, and then that way they can type on it to add their own information and answers. So sometimes we see students try to request edit access, and if they just go to File, make a copy, then they can type on it. So they will review and finalize their understanding of their overall phenomena with an explanation. And they can be assigned to draw a model to show their understanding, construct a claim, evidence, reasoning, written response. It really depends on the teacher. So this screencast is only a model of what you will likely see, and each teacher has his or her own style though. So in any case, I hope this helps a little bit, and I thank you so much for joining us on the small tour and the larger adventure that we're all taking together.